How the devil are you? It's Sunday evening. It's Wrestlemania night 2. And I'm your man DJ for it. For the next 90 minutes or so, it's all about the most chilled liquid drum and bass that you can find anywhere. Got a question for me? Drop it down in the chat. Do my best to answer it. Doesn't have to be about wrestling. It could be whatever you want, to be honest. And I shall try and give ye an honest answer. Don't make them too hard, though, you know. It's 11 o'clock at night. Starting off, this is Sepia by New Logic. Shout out to Bricky. Shout out to Grace. Shout out to Pierre. Shout out to my SWAT co-host Danny Ace. Shout out to my lovely wife who's watching this in the next room. thumbnail at the bottom of the fucking SWAT episode still. I had to trim it down from Spotify like a week ago. It was still open for me. So I just appeared on your stream for reasons. Question of the night comes from Danny Ace on the old WhatsApp, and the question is, where's the beef lady? It's a bit of an odd question, isn't it? So I'm guessing you're referring to Wrestlemania 2, which I talked about on the SWAT. I don't know. It's one of those things that I know of it because of Wrestlemania 2, and years later, when you go, who the fuck is this? Years later, when the internet becomes a thing and YouTube becomes a thing, you can look into it and go, oh, that's what that is. Oh, and she became popular because of that advert. Doesn't really make a lot of sense, does it? Anyway, Phase, Abundance, and this next one is Abyss by Northern Zone. Surprise entrance to ever go into the Hall of Fame, in the sense that you never thought it would happen? Give me a second, I'll have a think about that. I think for me it's Bruno Sammartino, because he had such a bitter falling out with Vince. So it was one of the, he deserved to be in it. I just don't think he would ever accept it. So when he did, that was a big surprise. I suppose the other one that comes to mind is Macho Man, because it took him dying for him to be inducted. I just don't think that would ever happen while he was still alive. Which, so those two. Great question, dude. Billy over on Twitter, and that's of course at MarkRPerson101, is asking, am I enjoying being back on YouTube, making videos again? I'll answer that one in a second. So to answer your question, Billy, I'm loving the spontaneity that doing the swap with Dan is giving me. I felt a lot of pressure back in the day when I'm doing 10 years ago series, for example, and certain key points that people wanted, like this Zen guy, things like you've got to include. So sometimes the videos felt a bit forced. Like when I tried to do the 2006 reviews, they felt very forced. And watching them back, you just go, no, your heart just isn't in this. So I don't ever get anything like that when we're doing the swap. The flip side is that we seem to be quite hit and miss with quality of the episodes. So we seem to do one good one and then one great one. And so I'm very critical of the good ones. Like I don't think the promos one was good enough, for example. Whereas I think the Wrestlemania one's really good. That was a bit of a worry because of course if we do good, great, where's the next one going to be good? I think so. To answer your question, I'm loving it. I'm really enjoying being like the no pressure. I'm allowed to upload whatever I choose, something like that. The flip side is that we're just not getting the views that I expect. You know, when you've got a 2,000 subscriber account, you expect to get more than 200 views, you know. But I look at it as we're starting from scratch, so it's all new again. So if you just started your YouTube channel and you're getting 200 views at a time, that's amazing, isn't it? So that's the best way I can look at it. And loving it, really enjoying it. just heard Always by Spectre Soul. Transition that into Recognised by Fred Bean Graphics, and I've got to say, ladies and gentlemen, that's one of the best transitions I've ever done in a drum bass mix, in my opinion. Absolutely love it. Works so nicely. Anyway, this is Monument Bank's Tidy Mind. And my man Danny Ace has asked another question. Danny Ace asks, favourite moment from last night, and are you more excited for night 2 this year than you were after night 1 last year? Well, last year, as I'm sure you remember, Danny, so last night 1 I got far too drunk, so I was hungover as fuck, and just going to talk about anything on this fucking show. So I'm more excited for night 2. I'm really looking forward to the show tonight. I had such a fun time with night 1, because the things that I was looking forward to, like Cesaro and Rollins and the main event, those were really good. And then bits like Bad Bunny, which were big surprises. And then I was able to just sit back as a wrestling fan and enjoy the bollocks. So the women's tag team match, there was bits of it that I felt thoroughly entertained by, like Billie Kay, for example. But there was so many botches in it that I could just laugh at it. And then the weather just made me really laugh. And I sat there watching for the most part with a big smile on my face. Fell asleep at one point. I can't remember which bit it was that I fell asleep, but I fell asleep at one point. But I was woken up by Danny in my ear here, laughing because he's like, look, the guy's got a sleeper on. There's a sleeper on, and that's the move that sent me to sleep. I love it. Yeah, looking forward to it tonight. I had a really good time last night. Triangles by Logistics. to WrestleMania part 2, night 2, whatever it is tonight. Owens versus Zayn should be good. Fiend versus Orton should be good. Main event should be good. Asuka versus Rhea Ripley should be good. Should be a decent show, shouldn't it? Will it rain again? That's the question. Let me know if it sounds alright where you are, guys. See, little fuck up there. I was too distracted by something else. So I've gone straight past my mix point, but if I do a little quick nothing, no one will notice, right? Right. See? Seamless. No one saw a thing. Ashley Worth just put in the chat, I'm far too knackered to watch it. Mate, my body clock's set to 6 in the morning at the moment, so when I woke up at 7 o'clock this morning, I was very, very displeased, having had 2 hours sleep. So I had a nap this afternoon, which is very unlike me, but just so I could get through the show tonight. And even then, I don't think I'll actually be able to go through the show. But, you know, I'm still going to try. And this, my first one of the first guest of this. Very lovely, very nice. I've got a few more of those, so that's going to help, isn't it? My man Sam B is saying, which match last night did you deem the most pleasantly surprising in quality? And I think, like everyone, I think Bad Bunny's performance was just fantastic. You know, here's a guy who is obviously a fan and who respects the business, but isn't just coming in for a paycheck, as a lot of celebrities can do. You can just get it, come in, you know, take your money and off you go. But if you, he's obviously put the work in at the PC, and you could tell he was selling well. It was some of the moves he did were really good. And yeah, that was a big surprise. I expected that to be this is going to be bollocks. You could arguably say that's the best celebrity involvement in a match in WrestleMania history. And you know, you'd probably be right, wouldn't you? How about yourself? What did you think? It's your man Fully Loaded, playing the Liquid Dnb tonight. Played Trance last night. Mixes on the channel, go and check it out. So many more good tunes to come, my friends. interesting about the Bad Bunny doing the Canadian Destroyer was that the announcers knew what it was, but that's not been done in the Fed. So it's one of those, how do you know what that's a destroyer? How do you know? Who know Bunny Destroyers? Like, how are you aware of that? Hey Eliminator, how you doing, man? Yeah, actually worth saying in the chat, I really like to watch the NXT shows as well, but it's just the time. I can never fathom how I used to keep up with it all. And that's one of the things I've said for many, many years now, is that I used to watch Raw, SmackDown, Heat, pay-per-views, Impact. I watched everything I could possibly get my hands on, and now I don't have the 2 hours most weeks to watch Dynamite, or I don't watch Raw, I don't watch anything. It's like, how the hell did I used to have so much free time to be able to devote to wrestling? It's this pesky real life thing getting in the way, damn it! Question here from Sam saying, do you feel the Universal match will be better as a triple threat match as it is, or a Reigns Edge singles match will be more befitting? That's a real tough one, because I had no problem it being a singles match whatsoever, but I feel like Daniel Bryan being put in gives us a sort of bone to go for, because at the end of the day, with Edge turning heel, we've got two heels, so it's the logical choice is Bryan to win. Although I don't think he's going to, I think Reigns is going to retain in that one, and I've said for months now that they shouldn't be taking the belt off Reigns for a very long time, so I've got no problem with it being a triple threat whatsoever. I think it, like I say, I wouldn't have minded a singles match at all though. Who do you think's going to win that one? Do you think Reigns like I do, or what do you think? I'm real good, cheers, buddy. I'm a bit tired. I've had a nap, but yeah, plans to play until 12:30, and then we're gonna have a big smoke, and then look forward to the show. Manny D says, so good to see you back, man. Honestly, it means a lot to me, thank you. It says, do you keep it with AEW? If so, what do you think? I love it, to be honest. I think as an alternative to WWE, AEW is fantastic. It's as I was just alluding to at the time thing, it's the type of show where I wish I had more time to be able to devote to it, because it's got a load of really great guys on it, it's got a load of great girls on it, and it's got really good action on it. I have it set to record on ITV on my Skybox every week, and every week it's like, oh, I'll watch some AEW, and then I'll get distracted and think about something else, and then it's like, the next thing you know, it's Wednesday, and you're like, I'm gonna say, where's that one just gone? But I do keep up with it, and I will watch matches that interest me, you know? Oh, that's a lovely thing to say. I love your mixes, by the way. True DnB. Well done, mate. That's good rate to hear. We had fun last night with a really heavy trance mix. Bit of side trance, bit of euphoric trance. That was really good. And then I just the truth is, I enjoyed myself so much. I was like, I want to play another set. But I've only made 2 sets on this current computer that I've got. So all the data's only stored on there. So it's one of those, I'll just throw out Apricity, which is one of the best liquid drum and bass mixes I've ever made. So why the hell not, you know? If you're wondering why it's called Apricity, you may be. So Apricity is the warmth of the sun on a crisp and chilly day. That's exactly what the word means. Heard that word and was like, I'm going to call a mix that one of these days. And I wanted to make a mix that was like a representation of wintertime. So all these really dark bass lines that you're hearing on these tunes, that's to represent the cold, and then the little pianos over the top, that's representing the sunshine. And I just think it works fantastically. Have I ever mentioned I'm a very modest man? Another question from Sammy saying, do you agree it's interesting that Jericho is on Austin Degree podcast tonight? Something that would pique your interest, or not enough hours in the day as it was for you, sir. Now, when I saw the little trailer thing, I was like, yeah, well, that's just got my attention for sure. That is something I will definitely have on. It's perfect for me. It's the type of work that I do from home. It's the type of thing that I have on as background. What I've seen on Twitter, and they've shown a few clips of it, I'm truly interested in it. I really enjoyed the Randy Orton one, for example, recently. I thought that was a really interesting listen. So yeah, definitely worth watching that one, or listening to that one. asking, do you like Future Engineers? Love them, mate. Don't play enough of their tunes in my mixes. Irritating. Really great drum and bass. Samby says, love the music. Thank you very much. All-time favourite trance act. Well, we got asked this one on the chat last night. My favourite trance track ever is Field of Dreams by Darren Tate, so he's got to be up there. Thrill Seekers are ones I just don't got any from Brad out. And as you may have seen from the mix last night, when it comes to the old side trance, Electric Universe just knocked out of the park every single time. Absolutely love them. Coming up, Muffler, Dark Flower, and Just I Want You by Galaxy or GLXY. So probably actually is. I just say Galaxy. More. Wrestlemania, hour and a quarter to go, guys. Looking forward to it. Who's doing America's usual type? Will there be fighter jets? Who knows? Probably. Fitness questions. Ashley Worth again, asking, you getting yourself to the gym tomorrow, Mark? The answer's no. No, I'm not. But that's only because my new gym, which opened 6 miles away in Evesham, because I live in the middle of nowhere. There's a little place called Broadway, for anyone who doesn't know. Yeah, we don't have a gym here. Well, there's a Pure Gym opening in Evesham, 6 miles up the road. And that opens at midday on Tuesday, so you can bet your sweet ass I'll be in the gym from then for sure. Cannot wait, been looking forward to it since March last year. I went to Worcester for a friend's birthday, and on the way there, that friend said, oh Mark, have you heard? Pure Gym opening in Evesham soon. And everyone goes, what? Really? Over a year later it's finally open, and I've done everything I can to prepare for it. I've lost 6 pounds so far this year. Really worked hard on my diet, and I did, in fact, my latest vlog is all about what I eat, and dieting tips and all that jazz. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to it, because I'm at the point where I'm feeling so confident in my body at the moment, and I just can't wait to add some lean muscle to it. I'm just so excited. I cannot do home workouts. I can do running, I can do cycling, I can do the cardio side of it, but the home weightlifting, just really struggle with it. There was a time legit I was trying really hard, like, come on, just do this, do it. I just find the thing with home workouts is that there's just too many distractions in your house. Whereas if you go to the gym, and especially if you've got to drive to the gym, right, I've driven it, so I might as well make the effort. Some of the best gym sessions I've ever had in my entire life were the days where I couldn't be arsed, and I just sort of drove to the gym, like, I'll do something when I get there. And I've just busted out like a ridiculous shoulder workout where I've absolutely crushed my personal best. Love those sessions. They're like my favourite sessions. It's that embracing negative, embracing that I can't be arsed, and just busting it out and really crushing it. Love it. Asking my favourite jungle act or artist, for me it's Ivan Acid or Josh B. I've got a little bit of a bias because my brother Grace is a really good jungle artist, so through family loyalty if nothing else, I've got to say Grace. It doesn't hurt though that he's a phenomenal music producer as well, Grace. So go and look for Grace on Facebook or on Spotify or anywhere else where you find your music. Aaron Bywater saying, hi Mark, hope you're well. I'm alright, I'm starting to feel a little bit tired, but this is a worry after a kind of months. Which match are you looking forward to tonight? Owens and Zayn should be good if they're allowed to go. Fiend and Orton, same. Gimmick it if you like, put some daft stuff on it. Ripley and Asuka should be good, and the main event should be good as well. I'm looking forward to tonight much more on paper than I was last night. But last night I really enjoyed, so it's going to be an interesting one, isn't it? This is a track called Marina Blue by Need for Mirrors. Not done this set for a while. Also, needs repeating the bit of an idiot bit, you know? Also, I'm checking where the questions come from 3 sources at the same time, so, give me a break. Not that anyone noticed or anything, I'm sure, right? dieting app called My Net Diary from the Play Store. You essentially have a certain amount of calories per day and you record what you eat, any exercise you do, etc. And it's good. So that is really great. That's a really interesting way of doing it. If you've got a set amount of calories that you can use, brilliant. And the thing with that is it means that you're not restricting yourself. So if you want some crisps, have them. If you want some chocolate, have them. If you've got a set amount of calories, you know that you've got 2,000 calories a day, and you know that chocolate bar that you want is 500 calories rather than saying, sure, there are very few chocolate bars that are actually 500. But if you say, hang on, but next to do, hang on. Yeah, if you know that the chocolate bar is 500 calories and you're prepared to sacrifice a quarter of your calories on that one thing, it's all good. At the end of the day, as long as you're in a calorie deficit, that's all that matters, isn't it? Speaking of which, Aaron Bauer says, what's your favourite fitness regime to do? As in core cardio, legs, etc. My personal favourite HIIT core workouts. Personally, my biggest weakness, my friend, is core workouts. I'm not good with ab stuff at all. So if that's your favourite, more power to you, and mad respect to you, my friend. I love, and yeah, I'm a classic thingy one. I like the ones that give you the big pumps. So the arms or the shoulders or the legs, anything that gives you that big fucking fucking makes you feel massive. That's my sort of favourite one. But I'm starting from Wednesday when the gyms reopen. I'll be starting the push-pull legs regime. I really want to start hitting body parts twice a week instead of like the ones that I've been doing for fucking years. And always going, why am I as big as I think I should be? And I think the fact that I've changed my diet so I'm getting that 1 gram of protein for every pound of body weight now means that should work. It's bloody open. Cardio, I do running and I do biking. I've been for a run today. I do mountain biking. I like to swim at the gym. I like to start off with an elliptical or a cross trainer, whatever you want to call it. Start with about 15-20 minutes on that. And I like to end with a row as well, because I think rowing's like a really good all-body workout. Yeah, I say, man, if core's your thing, I've got so much respect for it, because it's the one thing where I really don't. That's the one I know I should do the most, and I just can't really seem to do it. Early 2010, man. From one Hampton man to another, I'm so glad you're doing well. That's really nice of you to say. I feel really, really good at the moment. My life is, I'm very, very blessed because I'm a very, very lucky man who, in 2016, I decided to take a chance on myself. Is the shortest, very long story, but it boils down to the fact I had a choice. Go one way or go the other, and one way was really easy and one way was ridiculously hard, and having coasted all the way through my life doing the easy way, I decided to choose the difficult one. And to this day, if I look back at my life, I can't believe that I dared to make the difficult choice, but I'm 5 years later reaping the rewards, about another half an hour, guys. Loving this. This is great, isn't it? Isn't this really good fun? I get to play my mixes that some people you may be listening to this. This is not actually very good, is it? And I get to interact with you guys, which is really great. Sam B says, I agree that WrestleMania 4 is by far the worst one. It boggles my mind why it doesn't get much hate. I think people have very short memories at the end of the day, so the more recent ones, they're the ones, this is the worst WrestleMania ever. It's like, just go and watch more. Just go and watch more, and then come back to me and say how bad it was, you know? The only saving grace that I'll have that is it wasn't as long as the recent one that you said was the worst one ever, you know what I mean? Saying he's lost between £5 and £7. Amazing. Losing £1 is a lot of work. You know, to lose £7, half a stone. Be proud of yourself, man. Be proud of yourself. It's an amazing achievement. Aaron Brighton Water says it's an interesting place. I can't lie, I kind of miss the iconic classic postal kitchen background from the old reviews. But they haven't really happy to see you doing them so well these days. Yeah, I get it. I'm not a fan of watching my videos. But there are times, especially if Danny Ace and I are watching something and I want to see what old Mark thought of it, or I said like on the SWAT, I said about my WrestleMania reviews, you know, is looking back at it, that was actually really quite a cool little background that wasn't all those wrestling posters. And yeah, here we are outside my kitchen, which is also my office. But it's a small sacrifice to make, isn't it? Manny, my friend, looking back on 2016 Mark, and who had been in an unhappy relationship for over a year, who felt like he was trapped and felt like he was stuck and was just nothing was ever going to change, but at the same time I was too scared to make any change happen. So I probably just lived the rest of my life doing what I was doing, being unhappy and being miserable, or I could just do, you know, like I said, I took shots, and it was so hard, so hard. Can't stress how hard it was. But one of the hardest things, of course, was to do it. We had to stop. The royal way. I had to stop doing YouTube videos. It was just. I couldn't find the time, couldn't find the motivation, there was so much going on. I turned into, now I was a mess in 2016, an absolute mess. Because I have a very guilty conscience, so the things that I've done I wasn't in a happy relationship, but I still ended the relationship, and I felt guilty about it, so I would drink just to forget. And I'd drink heavily to make sure to make that voice up in here to stop talking. And so I became, I put on tons of weight, and I was, how Liz put up with me for those first 6 months, I just don't know. Yeah, she deserves a massive fucking award for sticking by me and doing the part of this, and when he does it, he's going to be great. It's a tiny little bit personal, right? Sorry about that. This is a great tune. This is Villain by Stereogram. No, Stereogram by Villain. Come on, get it together, Bateson. Jesus. The days of the Q&As you used to do in your old bathroom. Jesus, that is, 2006, 2007. People used to send in hundreds of questions and you were trying to rattle off answers in 10, 20 minutes maybe, yeah. And also is that I didn't have a printer, so I'd have to write down the questions on pen and paper, which is ridiculous. But yeah, those ones were, it was when YouTube had the 10-minute upload limit. So you're just trying to get us to as much, trying and doing reviews and having to get. I used to speak so bloody fast. Do you remember? Gosh. Somebody saying it's great fun for both music and interaction. Reckon they'll just be one of those now and again things for events like these, or pretty spontaneous when the moment's right. I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm really enjoying this. This is a lot of fun. So if people want me to do them, I'm doing it now because people last night said that they were enjoying it. So if it's something that people would like me to do, I'm not going to complain about it. I don't make. Last year I made 5 mixes, so it could just be like, oh, I've got a new mix I want to try out. Let's go and see what the lads are thinking, sort of thing. I can try it by you. It's an idea, isn't it? Aaron Byer was saying, any particular favourite gym exercises that are the most fun to do or the most rewarding? I'll come back to that one in just a second. So my favourite exercise to do for just for pure, like that raw feeling, when you come out of the gym, was I used to do a arm superset. Okay, so, and this is one, if you feel free if you can do it. It's so, I didn't invent this or anything like that. It's just one thing that came to me. Now it's going to be hard because I've got to press the button to activate the microphone. Alright, so but you need a tricep pull down rope, so on a H-frame or something like that. Okay, and set it on so set the ropes nice and high. And basically you're doing the classic tricep pull down movement. And then so choose a nice decent weight, do 10 reps of that, and then you'll need a bicep bar, or you'll need a barbell, sorry. Right, so you do 10 tricep pull downs, and then you do 10 bicep curls with the barbell. Okay, put the barbell down, and then grab the rope, and so the overhead pull. Do that. That's one set. And basically, what you do is you do that until you physically cannot do it anymore. So you'll do maybe if you're lucky 20. Because what happens is, because you burn out because you wear out your tricep by doing the tricep pull downs, you get just a little tiny bit of rest when you do the bicep curls, but your arms are still working. So when you try and do the pull out, oh my god, your triceps will be crying. You actually will be crying. So do that, you come out the gym, and you've got that, I don't think my arms are going to get through the fucking door sort of feeling. It's the best. The problem is we're doing the push-pull leg split that I'm going to be doing. I won't be able to do it anymore, will I? But to be honest, that's one of those ones that I'm probably still going to do just because I love it so much. Manny D says, I think what drew you was because you're a normal, funny guy who just loves wrestling. It's funny, thank you for that. It's funny, I was never intentionally funny. I would script my videos with bullet points normally. I'd do the play-by-play bit, and I'd tell you right underneath them, the bullet points are like, these are the things you need to say. And it was finding the bits to say in between. They were always spontaneous, and people used to think they were funny, which is great. That's the best kind of humour, isn't it?
I won't tell you that I love you. We're too high to see the runway. I won't tell you that I love you.
If it's not really obvious, I'm using a screen grab so you can, guys, I don't know if you want to, but so you can see what I'm doing on Virtual DJ. Every so often, idiot mode, because I've got the two monitors, and because I'm a prat, I didn't check what is on which monitor before I started playing this. So every so often I keep doing this. I accidentally clicked on the settings button, so I've got the set list on the right monitor, and the settings button next to it, but the settings button is on the left. So you just see my Bluetooth settings for reasons. Why the fuck not? While we're here, lads, and I know that Danny Ace is listening to this, is there anything you guys would like us to talk about on the SWAT? Because on the next one, I'll tell you now, is a bit of a spoiler for you. We'll be about 2 weeks. We haven't recorded it yet, but we'll be doing it this week. The next one's going to be about rivalries in wrestling, so the good and the bad. But I want to do one about wrestling video games, and I want to do one about characters who shouldn't have worked who did. Obvious one being The Undertaker, for example, if he's an undead zombie. Discuss that sort of thing. I would like to do that. Is there anything that you guys would like us to talk about? Because we've been well up for topics from you guys. So, before I moved to Broadway, I'd never done a deadlift. And my wife is really good at fitness, so she taught me how to do proper deadlifts. And I, one day, just for the fun of it, did a 110 kilogram deadlift, which was one of those, Jesus Christ. I did a 95 one a few months ago. Never come close to that 110. Never come even close to it. So that's one. What else? If I never ever do it again, I can say I did that. Because think about how many people there are in the world, how many people have done a half marathon. I'm sure there's more people who haven't than have. So I can say I've done that, and I did it in the worst possible weather that you could possibly do it in. And it was one of those, it's going to take me longer, but my thinking is always that one day I'll go back and do the exact same route, and it won't be wet and it won't be muddy, and I'll find half an hour because I was slipping around so much. That'd be pretty good, wouldn't it? Eliminate says the thing I missed by YouTube from 2007, yes, I've been doing it that long if you watch it, if you're wondering, is that it wasn't as corporate, for lack of a better word, and they gave the creators more freedom, ideas, customization, video responses, etc. More community. Video responses is one of those things I cannot believe just doesn't exist anymore. I do a video and some guy do a response to me and some guy do a response to that, and you'd have almost shoot wars, wouldn't you? This is a video response to Master Boo Boo. Remember him? Or something like that. This is a video response to True Slayer. True Slayer, I think your videos are fucking terrible. Or something like that. That's just a thing that just doesn't exist anymore, does it? And you're right. I think it was just, I always call it the golden age of the YWC, because it was just, there's so many, I'm not saying there's bad content creators out there these days, I just don't watch any of them. I watched What Culture, Simon Miller I'm a big fan of his work, and I watch OSW, and that really is about it. Because even people like Brian Zane that I've got into in the early days, I'm just like, I can't be arsed with him anymore. But back in the day, there was so much good content flying around, wasn't there? Tell you something though, lads. I'll just put this, I'll just say this while I've got an audience. I just wish the fucking haters hadn't got UPW taken down. It's the one frustration that I have about back in the day. Is that when UPW Salvation cracked its 20,000 views. Think about that, 20,000 views in 2009, our little wrestling show. Because haters didn't like me, the rest of the fucking roster had to suffer. Really fucked me up. To this day, that's not fucking fair. What did Johnny Magnum do to the haters,
We can do this. We can do this. We can
Aaron, deadlifts are the ultimate lift. Because they're a compound movement and they work literally every single muscle in your body. And so for that you get such a sense of achievement. The thing is, just for goodness sake, if you say, I need to give them a proper go now the gym's reopening, work on your form. Okay? Make sure your form is fucking perfect until you start doing some big lifts. It's one of those ones that people put too much of their back into it and it's got to be all in your legs. That's my big tip when it comes to deadlift. My deadlift tip to anyone who wants to know is pretend you're trying to fucking push the earth away from you. Don't lift with your back, lift with your legs. That crave deadlift's the fucking middle. Sam B says the ultimate dream match is still feasible is Styles vs Triple H. Do you reckon, considering their ages, they could still deliver a great match? One more, say it with me folks. Quad ripping spine buster of doom is needed. Well, can't argue with that one, can you? I think that'd be a good match. I think that'd be good, back and forth. And Triple H is over 50 though, isn't he? But the thing is, he knows how to put on a decent match, so, you know.
Everything we had.
I have 2 more tracks for you folks, and then it's time for me to go and have a smoke. This has been so much fun though, I'm loving it. If there was a way that I could bring Danny Ace into this though, I would be staying on and watching and talking with you guys. But it's not fair on the boy, is it? So we're going to watch Wrestlemania over on Discord.
With the moonlight touch, I can see your beats glistening. Grace released and curses concealed. Tell me, spirits, can you hear me? Are you listening?
mate, are I'm sure they're all great. I don't have the time, mate. I don't have the time. One of the biggest things is the time thing. I'm self-employed. I've got my own business. It's just growing and growing and growing. We have doubled in size in the last 3 years. It's a time thing. I don't have time to watch anyone on YouTube, let alone. So it needs to be bloody fucking good. And even then, like Simon Miller's did, I just listen to them. I listen to them when I'm working, so I might give them time. Anyway, last track, folks. If anyone's wondering, this type of music is my favourite to play. I love chilled drum and bass. It's just the absolute best, right? This has been fantastic. This one, I don't know why, this one's shot past so much faster than the one last night. The last one was 2 hours, and this one's been going to be about 90 minutes, something like that. Loved it, absolutely loved it. Really hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. Thank you so much for your questions. I will do this again soon if you want me to. Keep your eyes peeled for another episode of SWAT. And my vlog this week is going to be about exercise, so some of the things that I've talked about on this video I'll be doing. And yeah, just thank you so much for sticking by me, guys. The fact that you guys are still watching me after all this time is incredible. It's so bloody humbling to not do a video for a while and then come back and people still enjoy listening to me talking bollocks about wrestling. So that's the end of the mix. I'm going to play one more track for you, just because this one, you can tell on the left hand side, it's got the mix points on it. I could never fit it in anywhere, and I just absolutely fucking love this track. So I'm going to leave you with Breathe by Champion, and this one's for you, Danny, because I know how much you love your Vila. Copyright strike tonight, so that's a bonus, isn't it?
Everyone solves it at their pace. Oh, it's gonna come to me, will you? Sit
just put into the chat if you enjoyed my mix tonight, if you enjoyed my set. There's links there. Go and listen to it again if you want.
I just imagine all the art I made, was it just a phase? No. Breathe in, breathe out, and have some faith.
Omar should never bomb, ever. Look at the size of the fucking guy. Don't ever take bombs, never. Make it count when you fucking do, you know?
I'm least expecting, oh, no, breathe in my head, holding me.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, I've been Mark P, I've been DJ Fully Loaded. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining in tonight. I absolutely love this. We'll do it again soon, I promise. I'll go back through some of my old mixes and put the Britpop in and we can have a chat. Enjoy WrestleMania, folks. I will try my hardest too as well. Take it easy, guys.